78% of people hospitalized for COVID were overweight or obese. You don't say. All right, this is shocker, so hold your hats. The CDC study finds, the Center for Disease Control, the CDC finds about 78% of people hospitalized for COVID were overweight or obese. That's fucking bullshit.
Matt Damon.
You don't fucking say. You don't say. Shocker. A shocker. A shocker. A shocker.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Duh. Derpy.
Chlorophyll? More like borophyll.
All right, so we need to do a fucking study to realize that people are going to have complications when they're not healthy. So if we think about this number, right? Think about 75% of the population are overweight and obese, and 78% of people hospitalized were overweight or obese. 78% of people that are hospitalized. So these are the people that had to go. A lot of people had COVID. A lot of people had it and are fine. Mama Swolio had it. I was here in the same building, in the same room. I slept in the same fucking bed for 2 weeks. I kept on training. I ate a little bit more liver. I drank some more broth. I kept on training. I guess I have it, or I have the antibodies. I'm good. I'm good to go. Nothing. I wonder why, because I take care of my health. I wonder why. Anyway, 78% of people. Okay, so let's check this out. Some key points. About 78% of people who have been hospitalized, needed a ventilator, or died from the 19 have been overweight or obese, the CDC and Prevention said in a new study on Monday. Just over 42% of the U.S. population was considered obese in 2018.
Matt
Fam,
Damon.
this is important shit. I'm sorry, we're balls deep, aren't we? We're fucking balls deep. Hold on a second. Hold on a tick. Did we hit that button already?
That's deep.
Did we hit that already? I don't know. We're balls deep. I don't know if I did that part already. We're balls deep, obviously. We're beyond it. Over 42% of the population 3 fucking years ago. I'm about to get fucking pissed off. 3 fucking years ago, over 42% were obese. This is not even overweight, obese. 3 fucking years ago. Do you think that's worse as a result of being locked in for an entire year? It's got to be over 50%, maybe even 55, maybe 60. Obese, that's not even overweight. Holy fucking shit. Remember I told you when we went over that 75% of the population study and I was saying it's got to be like 90%? It's got to be easily 80 to 85 and then probably 90 to 95 are metabolically unhealthy. It literally has to be that number. I don't think that's being overly aggressive. I think that's probably being conservative, considering how many people are trashing their health. Even if they don't look it, they're not going to have good metabolic health. And I love it when everyone says, oh, well, this person had no signs. This person died from the second vaccine shot and they had no signs of any illnesses. A lot of people are metabolically unhealthy, but you don't see it on the surface. A lot of people have leaky gut and have immune compromised situations or insulin resistance on a low level that are not being tested accurately or regularly. Anyway, just over 42% of the U.S. population was considered obese in 2018. 3 fucking years ago. Overweight is defined as having a body mass index of 25 or more, while obesity is defined as having a BMI of 30 or more. Now, you might complain about BMI saying, oh, it's white supremacy, it's colonialism, it's the white man, it's medical fat phobia that perpetuates the BMI. Listen, I'll tell you what, I don't give a fuck what the actual BMI reason is. I don't care if it is as a result of white supremacy or colonialism or the patriarchy. If you are that fucking wide and that heavy at your height and you're not a professional bodybuilder to the point where your BMI is over 30, you're fucking fat. You're unhealthy. I don't care who created it. Who cares? I don't care if it was I don't care who it was. I don't care if Hitler himself created BMI. It's pretty fucking accurate. Now, I am considered overweight or obese because of my height and my muscle mass. So it's not accurate for people that are actually in really good shape and have a lot of muscle mass. It's just one way to measure the average and to get a general idea from someone who just doesn't take care of themselves. BMI doesn't really fucking matter when you are fit. It's not accurate because muscle weighs so much more than fat. Doesn't matter who created it. It's pretty fucking accurate. It gives you a good idea. So I'll tell you what, if you don't work out and you're fat to the point that you're over 30 in a BMI, who cares what it's called? You want to censor the word obesity? Oh, then censor the word. Oh, my fucking feelings.
Come on, stop whining.
So call it something else. Instead of calling it obesity, call it schmorecity. Call it schmorecity. You're still going to die from diabetes or whatever. The last part here, as clinicians develop care plans for 19 patients, they should consider the risk for severe outcomes in patients with higher BMIs, especially for those with severe obesity, the CDC wrote. As they develop care plans for patients, they should consider the risk for severe outcomes in patients with higher BMIs. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why this is fucked. If clinicians, aka doctors, nurses, healthcare practitioners, develop care plans for patients and they are considering the risk for severe outcomes as a result of a higher BMI, as a result of obesity, what do you call these doctors? What do you call these nurses? What do you call these healthcare professionals that are actually addressing or asking or talking to their patients about their body weight? It's medical fat phobia. Obesity is a slur.
You can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you fucking don't. But here are the facts. If you're fat, you're putting yourself at risk because almost 80% of the people that are hospitalized for this preventable and very, very rarely severe illness, it's killed so many people. Well, it's killed a lot of unhealthy fucking people. And you might not like what I'm saying, but it's still survival of the fittest. It's still natural selection. If you are eating yourself into the grave, literally or figuratively, nature can remove you from the gene pool. I'm saying this so you actually make changes so that doesn't happen. But this is what natural selection is. It will take weaker creatures, weaker mammals, weaker humans, weaker in general, maybe weaker from genetics and it's no fault of your own. There are people that inherit heart defects because it's genetic. That's why you're always asking, okay, what's your heart history in your family? Because that's one of the major things that can be congenital. You can inherit a faulty heart and something that you can have a heart attack in your 40s and 50s, and you can be a healthy fucking person just because you had an actual inherited defect. Okay. But it's like, this is what natural selection is. It's a roll of the dice. And if you are in a worse position, you're first in line to get removed. There's a lot of randomness and luck and chaos in this world. You can be healthy and get hit by a car, fall down the stairs. You can have fluke incidents, but why not remove all that variability when it's not necessary? You're putting yourself at high risk and then complaining about the names that people use to describe it. It's like you're putting yourself in that position. It is natural selection, whether you like it or not.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. I said stay woke, Rilla mo. Stay woke, Rilla mo. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You and I get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king of apology.